Hey everybody. Sorry that I am a little bit late. Wife walked in the door, or fiance I should say. But she walked in the door right when I was about to start, or she was getting ready to right when I was going to start, so I figured I would wait and talk to her real fast and then get started. Hope y'all are all doing well. What's up, Coop? I see you. Alrighty. I hope that y'all are having a good day. So I am going to do just gestures today, and then I'll work on character stuff on Thursday. You can get some sneak peeks of the manga. Let me see, our camera's all out of whack. Let's see here. I was gonna do something really fast and I forgot what. Oh, I gotta get the gesture drawing stuff. Alright. Let's see. I wanna load custom session. Tuesday stream. This is 50 minutes. I'm just gonna get rid of one of the 5-minute segments of this, and we'll go for about 40. So we'll go until 9:30, and then I'll be finito for the day. All right. Oof. Let's go. Oh, this is one of the new ones I created or found. Sorry, give me 1 second. Cool. And we're off. It's always a little nerve-wracking when I first get started because I don't really warm up at all. I just kind of go for it with the gestures because the gestures themselves are kind of like a warm-up. So it's always kind of a little nerve-wracking to go on stream just raw. Head was just bothering me. It was a little too small. Some Ed action. This is such an interesting pose to draw because it's pretty I feel like it's dynamic in that it's got a lot of I think the dynamism actually comes from the storytelling of this part, but it's just a few simple shapes. Context for what? Sorry. Oh, the head being a little too small. I don't know if I need to do context for that if I'm drawing a head. Alright. This one's finito. how many? No. But it does involve the head. Oh. Sorry, this camera is not having it tonight. This is a very dynamic shot as far as camera angle is concerned. But I have to practice these because these are the ones I struggle with the most. I'm gonna lasso this and turn it just a little bit, and then go into the next one. Another pretty dynamic pose. Roy Mustang is the reference for this one. Roy Mustang is awesome. He really is a good character. I think that this leg needs to go out this way, and this leg needs to come down. Yeah, it's probably a little better. Yep. Definitely was. Definitely was. One minute break. Let's get a quick drink of water. Man, I've been I'm gonna do, dude, what is up with the camera tonight? Why is it doing that? Sorry, I'm gonna tighten this. So I am going to Katsucon, which is like anime related, like it's an anime con event, I guess, in near DC with my brother. So I'm going to do, as a cosplay, I'm gonna do One Punch Man, and a part of me getting ready for the cosplay has just been making sure I work out as much as I can. And man, I love working out, so it's like it's a double thing. It's like something that's gonna make me happy anyways, but it's also like it's just to make sure that I'm fit enough to look at least somewhat like One Punch Man. But man, am I so sore. My arms are like killing me, and my like back and stuff. It's pretty rough. Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna I don't know if I'm gonna shine my head, but it's gonna be shiny. This is, the last one was from Dr. Stone. This is a reference from Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's manga style, because these are actual manga pages, is very, pretty like simplistic actually. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's very simplistic. Yo, what's up, Mike? Doing alright, doing alright. Hope that you're doing well, too. I am going to pause this in just a second, because I think that this is a good, like, teaching point. So, I talked about opposing curves theory, and looking at this pose, it definitely has it. So there's this, and then even the hand, like I'm looking at the hand comes towards us this way, but it has this like slight curve to it like that, and it really makes the pose feel even more dynamic, even though it's already a dynamic pose, don't get me wrong, but it's a super dynamic one because of that. So I just wanted to point that out. And the same is true on this side. So you get this into this, so this into this. That's in front of there. And then you get this into this other hand. So just wanted to point that out for you. Senku? Or is it Senku? Senka? From Dr. Stone? I'm having a brain fart. Brain's fried, people. next. Man, it's so funny. There's like 40 something poses on here, and it's really crazy the amount of times I get like a few specific poses. So funny to me. So this is one that I feel like I've drawn like probably 7 or 8 times at this point. Something. I mean, this is a good pose to draw, though, I will say that. Just because it is pretty dynamic. It has a lot of foreshortening in it, and that's really what I need to work on as I get closer and closer to doing my next manga. But yeah, it's definitely strange. They do say that people tend to think that random occurrences are super duper random, but there's even patterns to randomness at times. You know what? Instead of going all the way over them, we just go down. This is a pose that I also have done before. I think it's actually in the thumbnail for today. This is a really good dynamic pose, though. Alright, let's work on take the patterns and make them even more random. I wish I could. I don't want to take any out because that would mean I'd have to take them out of my oh no. Oh, it'll give me time if I. Ugh. I ran out of time, but I want to finish this off here. Okay, but that one came out really bad. What was I gonna say? I don't want to take them out because that would mean I would pull it out of its folder, and then I don't know if I would just place it somewhere else for like a short period of time and then place them back in later, but it just feels like a lot of work. I'm just gonna keep adding. Dude, this pose is horrible. I'm just gonna keep adding stuff until it just becomes less prevalent that like I get the same ones. Because at some point, I'll stop getting the same ones. I'll start getting newer ones. Okay, so there's a set of 3 here. Which one do I want? This is one I'll probably use more, so I'll do this one. That pose is somebody like, they have like a sword, basically. I think it was a sword, something. And they're like kind of, it's almost like a running pose. It's pretty like, I'll try to find like a similar one on Google in a little while. But it's like a person, yeah, kind of like running. It's not like horrible, it's just not dynamic enough. How do you draw a figure lying down? Give me just a minute, and I will find one for you. So one thing I will say about like doing things like a figure that's laying down and stuff like that, like unless you're gonna be drawing that like really frequently for some reason, I don't know if you need to learn that. So it just depends on what angle you want, because technically a straight up front view of a character could be the character laying down. You could do something like this. I'm gonna say that's there. So I'm imagining like the ground that they're like resting on is there, but let me put like the horizon line here is like right back here. Hey, how's it going? Give me 1 second. I want to twist this a little bit more. So you would have this going here. Trying to think. I'm trying to do it from imagination and then use reference. Oh, sorry. I just saw your message, Mike. I mean, if you do face down, passed out, like you just worked out, like you could just do a back view of a person and show like have the camera up above, which would be pretty easy. It's just kind of like and you just finish it out, right? And like you could have like dust flopping up, or something like that, to show that they just passed out. Back to this. Let's do, what would people typically do? Let's do like this knee is coming towards us a bit, and then goes away from us. Oops. Hug somebody. I love that name, and you are more than welcome. I really appreciate your support. I hope you have a good night rest. I'll let other people answer your question first, and then I will go into my answer. Well, thank you. I appreciate you hopping on. Let's maybe make this a tad bit more. And for something like this too, like thought I had it so I could twist the canvas, but I'm just going to rotate it. It's probably easier to look at the body in the view that you are used to seeing it in, and then you just flip it back. So for me, it would be like this view. And then I could put this leg like this. And then view, flip, reset. Is this great? Probably not. I could probably make this more foreshortened than it is. So I will do that really fast. Probably put the knee up here. And then it could go underneath this back leg, actually. I hate Dragon Ball Super and can do so much better, and I'm gonna prove it. So Dragon Ball Super is, like the stories and stuff. It's just, what is going on here? It's just such like a shame. Because some of the storylines, like, I honestly think that the Goku Black storyline, even though it's like basically a repeat of like Baby, but just with Goku, it had potential to be really, really good, and they just ruined it. Well, yeah, I mean, the power scaling in Dragon Ball failed after after the Cell Saga, in my opinion, because none of that makes sense to me. None of the Buu Saga really makes any sense. Ugh. So something like that is what I would do for like a laying pose. I mean, granted, I would look up a reference and do it that way. But yep, that's how I would do it. I mean, it is if you're not, like, let me find a reference really fast and I can just quickly do it. It's hard to go from imagination because, like, there's no point, like, I don't have a point in drawing characters laying down, to be honest with you. Let me find a quick reference and then I'll do it. Yeah, and like, even when you look up references for a character laying down, majority of them are, like, give me 1 second. A majority of them are like this, right? Like, I like this one, or like all of them are a variant of the one I just posted in this one right here. Come on, mouse. I don't know why I'm using my mouse. I heard it too in the last song. Give me 1 second. I don't know. Oh, you know what? The echoing might be because of where the microphone is as well. Give me 1 second. This might make it a little better. Tell me if that helps out a little bit. So yeah, like, these are the two, like, basically any reference that you're looking at that looks good or decent is like a variation of one of these two that you're seeing, where it's like a close-up of the character from like a side view, or it's like the character laying down but it's like a view above. And that's because it's just like doing the side view or doing a character laying down is almost like doing a side view. You just don't like, you don't want to really put that in anything, to be honest with you. It's just not a pose that's like particularly appealing, and it doesn't really show you much, right? Like, I don't know, it's just not like that. That's why I was saying it's not like a pose that I would practice personally. But for instance, if I was just gonna like directly, and I'm gonna get rid of this in a bit, but like, and like for manga, like, what would be the purpose, right? For me, at least. I'm not saying that you can't do it. You can do it if you want to, but for me, there's no purpose in me practicing this unless I'm showing a character like depleted or beaten badly. And if that's the case, yeah, if they're dying, for instance, if that's the case, I'm not going to show them laying down on their side too frequently, and if I need to, I'll just find a reference, right? I would probably show them, like, it would almost be a view, like this one here. Like, I would want to show their face and the fact that they are, like, there's, like, lifelessness, right? So it would be, and I would twist the canvas, but I'm just gonna quickly sketch like something like this, and possibly like their shoulder kind of here. It goes back a bit, comes back here. You might get a little bit of the body, maybe the arm is coming slightly towards us, and then I would cut it off here. There's like, is there really anything else that you need to see to know that this character's like either in pain or is passed out? Like, and obviously you'd have like the eyes, like, again, I would turn the canvas because it's kind of hard to draw sideways, but like, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need to draw a full body. And if you do, again, you just find a reference. Get that out of there, get that out of there, and move on. That's what my suggestion is as well for people, is you don't want to do poses, whether that be head or body, just to do them. Like, you always want to do them with the purpose of why am I doing this? Like, what's the reasoning for me doing it, or how does this help me in the long run? Like, for me, I'm doing a lot of poses that are majority going to be front facing, and my reasoning for that is because not only do I want to create manga where that's kind of the case, it's mostly like front facing. Even the poses that are really dynamic are, you're seeing a majority of the person, like the character's like face and front view, right? It's like 3/4 is like kind of the most that you turn. And sorry, give me 1 second. I'm not used to drawing this pose, so it's coming out kind of sloppy and I need to concentrate. But yeah, like if you're just doing poses just to do them, instead of like taking the time to think about why those poses could be helpful for you, then you just kind of you're wasting your time just a bit, because you want to practice the things that you're going to end up drawing more frequently. I actually did a video about this with head angles a few months ago, but so what I was trying to say earlier was I do a lot of poses that are mostly front facing, and my reasoning for that is because, again, like I want to go into character creation for like a video game company, is like, you know, the job that I would like to get at some point, and that's what they're going to require. They're going to require that 3/4 view and a back view more than likely, and that's pretty much it. So there's no reason for me to draw specific views. And again, the other goal that I have is to create a manga. And for manga, again, you're doing mostly like a 3/4 view for a majority. Like even this is a dynamic view because of how the camera angle is, but it's still a 3/4 view. It's just a 3/4 back view, right? So just stuff like that. I want to think about it. And like you said, saw like, yeah, you're gonna draw characters dying, but I don't know how dark your stories are gonna be, but you're not gonna draw a character dying like every single page, right, or every single chapter, or even volume, really. Typically, death is reserved and shown in manga, in particular for the villains who feel like people feel like they deserve to die, and really sad scenarios and senseis, right? That's kind of a trope, is like the sensei dies. So, face down and passed out. Let them fall off a cliff and make it ambiguous. Just staying versatile. Yeah, I mean, it's good to shock your system, but again, like, that's like, give me 1 second, because I got a good example with heads and head angles. So for instance, like, sorry, give me 1 second. Alright. So, for head angles, if you spend, let's say you spend 60% of your time drawing this head angle, so suppose you spend, like, I don't know, let's say you spent 2 hours trying to get this head angle perfect, right? You just want no blemishes on it and that's it. Why, I like, in my brain, doing that for 2 hours versus doing these head angles and getting them semi-accurate, and going and doing this one, and then doing just this one, and then doing I don't know, even like slight angles. Like down, and stuff like that. Like this, you're going to draw this pose because first of all, it's not really a good head angle to draw too frequently anyways, because there's nothing to show here. There's no expression really for the most part. It lacks, like, it kind of lacks emotion. I mean, granted, you can add emotion to this, but you get what I'm saying, right? Whereas these are the ones here, you're gonna do these 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 times, and you want to be able to do these without reference. Just use reference for that, right? You would just go and find a reference, and that's okay, right? For instance, laying down. I personally don't think I'm going to draw poses laying down that frequently, but when I do, I'll find a reference for it. And here, just to get this point across one more time, let me look up. Let me look up a couple, because I know that I have like a couple just off the top of my head that I can think about for Mark. So here's another laying down pose, and one more. So again, this character is laying down, but it's just a side view, right? It's not like a really super complex view. And then this, I don't know why it's like that, but here, let me just zoom in. It's gonna be a little pixelated, I apologize, but What view is this? This is a front view. That's it. And these two views right here, these characters are all laying down. These two views on this side and this side, 3/4 views. Side view, 3/4 view, front view, laying down. Perfect. Right? Don't need any more than that. And it's a beautiful, those were beautiful illustrations. Yes, they do. So yeah, my advice is to not worry too much about poses that you're not gonna do frequently, and put more effort into poses that you feel like you're gonna do a little more frequently. That's my recommendation. But do what you like. If you find the other thing is if you find those poses to be really fun to draw, like challenging yourself in that way, by all means, right? Do what makes you happy. That's what art's really about, right? Doing the things that make you happy. Here we go. On to the next. Let's put this one here and then I'll get a new page. So this pose. Oh, that's the knee, my bad. And I would agree with that. Like, they are very good poses for, like, statues and stuff. I think we have maybe 2 more rounds of stuff. And then I will jump off for the night. Oof, it's about 10-15 more minutes, I would assume. I am excited though to start up with my webcomic. I've been working hard on that character designs and getting really good feedback for them. I'm gonna do like, I might just do one shot, or I might do like 3. I'm not sure yet. Probably just 1. And then I'll go right into my actual manga. Do like a longer one. Oh, why did it have 2 breaks? That's weird. Okay, let's get started here. I don't know how I feel about this pose. this is a good pose. I really do like this one quite a bit. Cut off here, and then this arm. It's here. Next, I feel like I've drawn the other pose pretty frequently for this one, so I'm going to draw this. Sorry, this is bothering me though. I need to lower his head. Okay. The last two, I believe, were Jujutsu Kaisen poses, for those of you who are wondering. This, I'm not sure. I think it's just like a random artist. Thank you for your service, sir. Alright, I don't draw a lot of hands, and I'm not very good at them, to be honest with you. I might end up subjecting myself to a stream soon where I practice hands. We'll see. You can make fun of me. This way, actually. And it's cut off here, so I'm not going to worry about drawing the lower body. So a little bit of that shoulder. And this arm is foreshortened. Let's do the pose in the background for this one. So I'm drawing the other pose a few times. this angle. Quick break. So for instance, like I can draw a hand that's just like this from imagination and it'd be okay. But I have difficulty with hands still. Yeah, I'll definitely do that at some point. Not sure when, but maybe next Tuesday. Hands are also about finding simple shapes. Sorry, I was more so wiping my eyes because, not because of thinking about drawing hands, but rather I had a long day at work today. I'm exhausted. But I wanted to get on here. It always helps to see all of you and talk to all of you. Well, I can't see you, but just to talk to you. Makes my day feel a little better. I talk to myself pretty frequently. A minute, 30 seconds went by so fast. I like that pose though, that's a good one. That was a nice find. Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely a Monday for a Tuesday. Felt it was just a long day. I could probably make the head about like 4% larger. Not too much. There it goes. Pull it down just a bit. Excuse me. But yeah, y'all definitely are helpful. It's nice to just get on here and draw and have people ask questions and stuff like that. Thank you. Appreciate that. just a little bigger. And from this angle, you'll see just a bit of the underside of the chin. Let's do the sitting pose. Alrighty, Jujutsu Kaisen yet again. Just need to make the head a bit bigger, and then I think I'm happy with this one. Oh geez, not that much bigger. Holy crap. Alright. I think that's going to be it for me for today. We're going to wrap up there. Let's look at the spoils of war. Not sure why I only used half of this sheet, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up for today. I'll do a slightly longer stream on Thursday. Had a long, past 2 days have been super long. And then this. These came out all pretty good. Like, even the one that I didn't like earlier, I think came out okay. Like, looking at it now. I think I was being a little harsh on myself. It's not perfect, but it came out alright. So, what I was trying to say earlier, Mike, is this pose over here is similar to this pose. So, it's basically the same legs, just a different body. For instance, like that, I used to draw a body that was kind of like, how did it go? And then it would actually twist this way. You get the knee, foot. You're not going to see much of this leg, foot. So it's basically this top mixed with that bottom. And then you get this. Obviously the legs are just also mirrored, but it's not a big deal. And then we just added another. Here, I can just finish the head. Added another quick sketch to today's work. So, yeah. Alright, everybody. Well, I appreciate y'all hopping on. If y'all have some ideas for what you would like to see in a Saturday video, just tell me or have them ready for next week, or this Thursday, next stream. And I will see you in the very next one. Thank you so much. Y'all always make my day hanging out, so I appreciate that. Alright. Have a good night, peeps.